Hello, Internet! You are listening to the Vickie's Voice second blog reel. I want to say, first off, an apology for not uploading anything in about the past month and a half. The updates have been scandalously few. This is not my fault. It's been a mix of technical problems and life problems generally. So everything's gotten in the way and there's been a shocking lack of updates. But here I am now, and let's get started. Last time I was talking about my voice acting book and how that was helping me. It has been a great help, and I had to give it back to the library, unfortunately, but after Christmas I'm hoping to get it back, and then we'll have a look and go through it again, see what we can do. This time I want to talk to you about warm-up techniques. Because I figured the best way to do this blog with people was to just show off what I can do, help you, help myself, you know. If anyone has any comments, feel free to add them. So warm-up techniques, I think obviously the first one we can start off with is basic scale, because even if you are completely tone deaf, running a short scale every now and then can just help you find your range naturally, and can help you improve your range if you keep practicing. So you can start with a C to G scale just to ease yourselves in. La 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 la. La 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 la. Then you can move on to something a bit more Julie Walters, even. Julie Andrews, oh dear. Julie Andrews, not Julie Walters, although I'm sure she can hold a tune as well. By going do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Which just helps you get your range up there. Once you've got your basic scale and your basic range, you can start introducing phrases, little tongue twisters to help wrap your mouth around certain words. I'm getting tongue twisted myself. Fluffy feather is one of them. Fluffy feather, 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 fluffy feather. What else? Poppadom is a good one. Because when you say certain hard consonants like P or T or B even sometimes, your mouth creates a small pocket of air, which is what pops out. And so you get the phrase popping your P's, which is when the pocket of air hits the microphone and you get this pop sound that you can sometimes hear in certain voiceovers. The best way to avoid that is to practice with phrases like poppadom, which help you soften the sound and get used to the idea so you can hear, if you record yourself, when you're popping and how you can avoid it. So you go poppadom, 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 poppadom. Up and down a couple of times, and if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter, because they're warm-up exercises and they're just there to practice and to help you get comfortable with your own voice. If you feel you've mastered that, you can always try one of my personal favourites, which is Merry Men, to the tune of the William Tell Overture, which is always a bit of fun, and run something like Merry men, merry men, merry men, 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 merry men, merry men, merry men, 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 merry men, merry men, merry men, 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 merry men, merry men, men, men. Yeah, like I said, just a bit of fun, just to get used to hearing your own voice. If you don't like singing at all and you don't want anything to do with music, then you can always just practice with basic tongue twisters. Things like Unique New York, or if you want the expanded version of that, I like New York, unique New York, I like unique New York. One of the other options is the least police dismisseth us, which is a bit tricky. Tricky tongue twisters is one of them. Irish wristwatch is another, and you have to say it 5 times, and it's quite tricky, and I pull some hilarious faces while I'm doing this, which is why my tip for this blog is, if you're going to do warm-up tongue twisters, make sure you practice them in public, because it's hilarious. You pull some bizarre faces and everyone laughs at you, so it's brilliant. No, I'm just kidding. Don't practice them in public. I'm making a fool of myself on webcam, so you don't have to. That's how this works. Um, yes, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch. That's very hard sounds to get your mouth around. And once you've done that, another thing you can practice on is a set of exercises I learned while I was learning ventriloquism. If you look in my feed, which I believe would be on that side now, YouTube's changed all its layouts. No, it's over there, I think. My feed is on here somewhere, and you can see some older videos. They're a couple of years old now, at least, of me practicing my ventriloquism. I'd like to think I've gotten better, but you know, that's not for me to say. And it's very useful to practice because again, it's talking without moving your lips so much, so it's a different way of getting sounds across. Certain exercises, like saying things like very few men named Michael. There's a lot of lip movement in there, so when you're a ventriloquist, you have to practice differently. Very few men named Michael. Or try to eat tinned peaches. Try to eat tinned peaches. It's a difficult phrase. What's the other one? Don't be difficult, bide your time. Don't be difficult, bide your time. Which is just some good life advice to have, I think, really. These are all phrases that I've gotten out of practice with, and I will be my New Year's resolution is to practice these warm-up exercises every day and get some real hard practicing done. Yes. So once you've got your mouth around all these different phrases, you'll be much more comfortable with your voice, and you will have started learning to enunciate better, because enunciation is a very important skill for any vocal artist to have. If you're singing or speaking or putting on funny voices, you still need to enunciate well enough that people can understand what you're saying, especially if you are relying solely on the audio, because if you don't have any visual comparison or any visual context, then if someone misunderstands a word, then the whole thing can have an entirely different meaning, and then you've got a lot of problems. So, with that in mind, I think that's just about everything for this week. The trailer, as I said last week, the trailer I've been working on, not last week, last time, for Sarah Goodwin's book Me and Mine, because of the technical problems, has been delayed a little bit, but it should be coming up soon, hopefully. I'm looking forward to doing the voiceover for that. There's a lot of cataloguing. There's a lot of stuff on my feed. There's a lot of stuff at www.whathaveyoucomedy.blogspot.com. There's 2 podcasts there, which are just audio. There's a selection of videos as well. So if you've just found me, hey, here I am. I'm Vikkie. This is my voice. Check me out. And if you like what you're hearing, then be sure to bookmark me for any future amateur voice acting stuff, because I would love to help out. I wouldn't look for anything in return other than the mention, because all I'm looking for is experience. So yes, that's me. I think that's everything. Alright then. Have a great new year, Internet, and I will see you around. I will talk to you soon, Internet. Ciao.